The third update of Fortnite Season 6 is here, and with it comes 2 new bows, multiple new POIs, including the Bat Shack, and for some reason a location called Oro's Island. There is so much more to cover, so let's go ahead and start rolling with everything new. So this update has been explosive for new content, especially for those of you who are excited for brand new weapons and storyline info. We have new challenges relating to Raz and his search for the Spire's secrets, and in this search it seems Raz is actually transformed into his final form, the Glyph Master. You can find this form of Raz at the Spire, and he's now a hostile NPC who will attack you on sight. But unlike Spire Assassin or any of the other Guardians, Raz is actually different. While you thought those guys are powerful and hard to beat, Raz is a literal god compared to them. He has an insane amount of health. You could literally waste all of your ammo on every weapon trying to beat this guy, so absolutely make sure you are prepared before facing him. With regular guns, he's almost impossible to take down on your own, so either bring your squad with you to take him down, or do a neat trick that I'm about to show you in a second. The first thing you'll notice when you start fighting Raz is that he actually has some kind of magic ability he uses to hurt you. If you get too close to him, Raz will literally point a shard of Kevin the Cube up into the air and somehow summon like a curse upon you. If you're affected by it, you'll start to lose health per tick like you're in the storm. It's kinda crazy. But if you're at a distance, Raz will use a brand new item on you instead. This is Raz's mythic explosive bow, and it does 98 damage to players, and then can do even more damage from the explosives. So basically, if you hit someone with this and get the grenades on them too, it's pretty much a one-shot wonder. And that's probably why Raz is so hard to defeat, but we have a trick for defeating him. Once again, if you're on your own, the harpoon gun trick still works like a charm. If you're lucky enough to get a harpoon gun like I did, you could just pull him from the top of the spire and eliminate him that way. It's so much easier. And it seems to be one of the only options right now, especially in public matches considering just how difficult Raz is to beat. But him and his bow are not the only new things in the game, as Epic has added a new weapon to the loot pool. If you head on over to Rebirth Raven's Black House near Sweaty Sands, you can talk to her and she sells a new exotic bow. This is the Unstable bow, and it's every single bow put into one weapon. I'm not even joking. When this was leaked, we all thought the Unstable bow would just like glitch the screen of every person you shot and that was it, but this is so much more than we imagined. Every arrow you shoot literally cycles between all the bows in game right now, and with this one weapon you get all the abilities from the explosive bow, the shockwave bow, and more. And the new additions just keep coming as we talk about map changes. There's a new POI in the map and you can find it all the way over at Slurpy Swamp. Hidden behind the trees in the swamp, Batman has actually built himself a shack and is using it as his base of operations as he explores the island. As you know, the Batman 0 Point comic is now in full throttle, with new issues coming out every 2 weeks. So we're getting our next one in the next few days, so this Bat Shack POI is timed perfectly. But if you head inside the Bat Shack, there's actually even more secrets to digest, including teases for the future of Season 6. In the corner of the shack, you can find a chalkboard with circles and handwriting on it, but unfortunately, you can't make out what it says. With the big circles and arrows connecting them though, this could be Batman trying to work out how to escape the loop and get home. Also around the shack, you can see a ton of batarangs stuck into walls and furniture, and this is the same model of batarang we saw when the explosive mythic was in the game once. Now this is likely just Epic using the same model of course, but there's always a chance we could get these back in the future. And of course with all these books around the building, this clearly shows that Batman is reading up about physics or something and even has a computer on his desk. And if you recognize the computer, it's the exact same model that we saw in both John Jones' office and the agency, which is a pretty interesting detail. And the mystery continues if you move over to Flush Factory. On the map right now, Epic has added a mysterious unnamed island that doesn't even appear on the minimap. If you go there, it's just an empty island full of rock and smoke, and it's extremely interesting if you take a look at it in the files. This island is actually called, wait for it, Oro Isle, aka Oro Island. It's a storyline related POI, and we already know from leakers that Oro is actually going to be an NPC in the future, so I'm almost certain this is probably going to be where he appears. It's really exciting, and if you're ready for more storyline, this patch has also introduced the final part of the Spire challenges that have been appearing every update. If you find Jonesy the First at Pleasant Park, you can talk to him and he will say that they need to end this right here, and then you have to duel him and speak to him again afterwards. He will say, "Not bad, I underestimated you," and this is where the storyline really kicks in. He continues to say there are people who think the Spire will make them more powerful. It will, but it will also exploit their every weakness. Do not allow the Spire to corrupt someone powerful, where Jones does not stand a chance. And then you'll have to gather information on Raz from one of the many NPCs, and they tell you all about Raz and to stay away from the Spire. No good will come from it. And this leads you to your final challenge: defeat Glyph Master Raz and acquire the Spire artifact. If you head to the Spire and eliminate Raz, he will drop a shard of Kevin the Cube, and if you pick it up, the quest will be completed, and you unlock the skin for yourself. That wraps up the Spire challenges, at least for now, but if you want to know what's coming very soon to Fortnite, there's even juicier stuff, with All Leaks Explained. So the leaks for this update have been on point as usual, and we have a ton of new stuff that might actually tease the future of Fortnite, especially in Season 6. To start off, Jules is going to be making her return and will be heading to the item shop for the first time. Although as the original Jules was in the battle pass, this new skin is entirely different. We have Scrap Knight Jules. And upon your first look, you could already see how awesome she is. Instead of her classic engineer outfit, Jules now dons a new metallic suit of armor, which is suspiciously similar to Midas's Rex outfit. It also looks kind of inspired by the Mandalorian's Beskar armor, which is interesting, but what's even more interesting though is her back bling. Jules now has a cool cape, and if you take a look, I think we could all see how this is super intriguing. Yeah, that's the logo for the Imagined Order. Why would Midas's daughter be wearing this? It makes no sense, but I'd love to learn more. And she's not the only one who's gotten the medieval treatment, introducing Raptorian the Brave. He looks amazing, and I wonder if this could have ties to the barricades that have been going up around the map. Are loopers starting to suit up to prepare for the same thing? It's really odd. And for the other league skins, we have Gia, a person who looks inspired by Tirana's design. Super cool, and finally there are brand new bundles on the way that look absolutely insane. Prove my point, here is the Food Nights bundle. You see the medieval theme I'm talking about? This is going to be a paid bundle that has 3 skins, Pico de Gallen, Zaraya the Cruel, and Sir Burger. These are medieval versions of the taco, tomato, and burger skins, and I can't wait to get my hands on these. There was also one reward for the Batman Fortnite comic that we were unsure about, and it has finally been leaked. It's the Batman Zero Wing Glider, and it looks super ripped up. This will be one of the rewards for the comic, and now we know every single one that'll be coming. As for other crossovers, the Star Wars weapons like the E11 and Mando Jetpack have been re-added into Fortnite and will be activated in time for the Mando's Bounty LTM. I'm really excited because it's going to be returning on May the 4th, like the lightsabers coming back last year, so we got more Star Wars coming. But some of the best stuff we've saved for last, let's cover everything else you missed. So this update has actually brought us the secret skin of Season 6, and as we all know, it's Neymar Jr. He's officially in the game, and you can get his skin for completing the soccer NPC quests. It's pretty simple to do these, and if you do extra stuff with Neymar, like get eliminations, even more cosmetics unlock. One of the coolest things is his built-in emote, which actually turns you into a mech suit version of Neymar. And then you could also get a new soccer ball toy for speaking to a soccer NPC. If you have any questions, you can view all the challenges in-game right now and do them as we speak. And for the creative players, a ton of new items were added into creative today, most importantly, the save point item. This now lets you save your progress in creative maps so you can come back at another time and pick up where you left off. You can save all kinds of stuff like your item progress, checkpoints and death runs, and more. It's amazing. There's also helicopters now in creative, so I definitely expect some cool maps to come out with these soon. And finally, crash pads have been added, and that will make things even more interesting. Epic also added new party features in this update, which aren't exactly too great. You now get notified whenever a friend comes online, which can get pretty annoying if you have a big friends list, and you can't turn it off. There's also the ability to request to join a party, which could be helpful depending on your situation. And last but not least, we have to talk about the May Crew Pack skin. This is Deimos, a gatekeeper from the underworld who looks absolutely insane. The Crew Pack will also include permanent access to Save the World for free and 3 months of Spotify Premium for new subscribers. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty fire deal, but that is everything added in today's Fortnite. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, this has been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.